Hello and welcome to the 16th episode of HSBC India's webinar series Starstruck. I am your host Sharda, head of the HSBC NRI business in India. And today I promise you to take you on a truly melodious ride as I have with me a personality who has been honored with the Padma Shri, the Yasudas Award, two national awards, and many more. In fact, he has been the pioneer of fusion music in India, a playback singer, a composer. He has sung several songs in different languages and also holds a record for the double platinum sales for his Ghazal album. The list can just go on. Regarded as one of India's greatest singers of all time, presenting to you Padma Shri Hariharan ji. Before I start my conversation with Hariharan ji, I'd like to remind our viewers that at the bottom of your screen, there's a Q&A tab. Please post in your questions there and I shall ask them to Hariharan ji on your behalf. I'd also like to remind you that there's a chat box and you can share your love for Hariharan ji and HSBC through the chat box. So, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. And for me, it's a personal honor to be talking to you.
It's my pleasure to be chatting with you and everyone from HSBC Bank. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. So before I start to get to know you better and audiences get to know you better, I think any conversation in these days begins with this particular question, the pandemic, right? The pandemic has changed a lot of things for all of us, and we have to, without any doubt, that's the fact. What has been different for you compared to your pre-lockdown days? How are you coping up with this situation?
Well, when it started, it was interesting because we thought, okay, it's going to be for a month or 15 days, or so let's take it easy. But then now it's a way of life. It's been 6 months plus, and what I did was I had to shed some weight. I was last 2 years I traveled so much. I was eating at the wrong time, wrong food, and like traveling too much. So I went on a health binge. I went to a dietitian and started eating healthy food, sleeping early, and exercising. So in the last 6 months, I've lost over 12 kilos. So I put this pandemic into use, and
such a positive way.
Yeah, I mean, that's what else to do. Like, riyaz kar sakte hain aap, roz we do practice and all that. But and I've been doing a lot of creative compositions and work also. And I'm talking to you now, talking to so many people. So it's all a part of this thing. But uh, it's one thing. Your philosophy of life changes a lot when you go through this. I mean, you need minimal things to exist and be happy in this world, that we have all understood.
Yes, true. So true.
It's so many things like I need this, I need that. You don't need it.
Nothing.
You don't need it. You just be happy. That's it.
Absolutely.
So that we have understood. Everybody has understood, and it's so nice. I mean, you needed a pandemic to understand that, but thank God.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
so I say that Mr. Tata had said that it's not about earning money. It's not about making profits this year. It's just about survival. Survive this time. That's what you have to aim at. Just survive, so that you have a future. Yeah.
Absolutely. And related to this COVID, I think you've done a music video. I Am Standing With You for the WHO fundraising. I think COVID-19 solidarity fundraising it was called.
Yeah.
You were the only Indian representing India with 170 musicians across the globe. How was that feeling? What a proud moment for you, right?
My son Karan, he's done his graduation from acting school in LA. So he's known there in the circles, and so they called him and contacted me. I mean, they got the contact through him, and they said that we would like you to be a part of this COVID. We're doing this for charity. So I said, of course, and it is an amazing song, and you had all the the high points of the song and wonderful singers around the world. And it was quite a moment for me to represent India in the video. And you go to the YouTube, you can please see it. I'm standing with you. Yeah.
I saw it last night, and
All right.
amazing, amazing music video. And I'd recommend all our audiences should definitely, kind of listen to it once. But
Absolutely.
playback singing came to you way back in 1978, right?
77, 78. Yeah.
78, yeah. And in fact, your song was a winner right away. It was nominated for the National Award as well. What was your foray like? How did it all begin with you as a playback singer?
Oh, yeah. I took part in a competition called Sur Sinkar Samsat. Sur Sinkar Samsat had this reality show. It was on stage. There was about 60 participants singing, 40 to 50 participants singing. And it was the age group of 15 to 45.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I was about 21 or so. And that was 75 or 70. Yeah, 75 or 76. And just before that, I had sung for Shami Ghazal on the TV, black and white TV, I'll never forget that day because we bought a TV for that. Because I was coming. Just before that, we had bought a black and white TV, and we had at least about small house. We had at least about 60 people cramped up, waiting for Hariharan to come. I mean that was an amazing thing I would like to share. And so anyway, so the next year was I did this. Took part in this competition, and me, Suresh Vadkar, and Rani Verma, three singers, we got the awards there. So I got Vasant Lal unke naam pe award mila, and there was a SD Burman award, there was a Madan Mohan award, and things like that. So there I met Jaydev ji, music director Jaydev ji, and he told me, "Beta aap aake miliye mujhe," and so I went. I mean, singing in a film was a long way off. I said I was so excited. A boy from Matunga, right from Matunga, I sing a song and then I'm meeting Jaydev ji and Ravindra Jain and all these people. I said, "Whoa, wonderful!" And I was that time I was doing my law, first year law in Government Law College, Churchgate. Yeah. So here I meet these people. I'm excited. I go to his house and he, it was so proper. I met the right person at the right time. He became my friend, philosopher, guide, guru, everything. And he told me what to do to get into singing like music. And he said, you learn Urdu, because I sing ghazals then. He said, you need to sing ghazals. You got to learn Urdu. So I learned Urdu from a lady called Chand Bala, and that really helped me. I'm a composer, so I need to know the language for composing ghazals, basically. And then he gave me, the next year, he gave me a song in film Gaman, and I sang a ghazal there. अजीब सानेहा मुझ पर गुजर गया यारो, मैं अपने साए से कल रात डर गया यारो.
I think no song banta hai abhi, because you've been in our show for the last 10 minutes and no song that's like absolutely not done. So can you sing that for us?
Sure. सानेहा का मतलब है हादसा, incident. A very odd incident took place. अजीब सानेहा मुझ पर गुजर गया यारा, मैं अपने साए से कल रात डर गया यारो, अजीब सानेहा. वो कौन था, वो कहाँ का था, क्या हुआ था उसे, सुना है आज कोई शख्स मर गया यारो, अजीब सानेहा. It was written by Shri.
Amazing, amazing song. And no wonder this one got nominated for the National Award, right?
National Award, and I got the Uttar Pradesh
Yes.
Film Journalists Association. Yeah, I got the.
Absolutely amazing, amazing. What a start. There's a related question by Pinak actually from our audience, and he asks us how a musician, a vocalist, can make inroads in the industry without knowing anybody. What would be the steps other than reality shows? What an interesting question.
Yeah, in today's world, I'll tell you, singing songs, recording, and putting on YouTube is a very good way of
Very
getting
common. Yeah.
noticed. Yeah, very. I mean, I know of kids who have really become big, very popular. I mean, they have uh, lakhs of people
Following, right?
following them, like 10, 20 million people following them. It's amazing. And they just keep recording, singing, and putting it on their YouTube and making it, the world opens to you.
Right.
That is one
Amazing
way.
opportunities, right? At this point in time.
Yeah.
Lovely. So you've done a lot of compositions along with A.R. Rahmanji, and you've done live shows also with him, from what
Yeah.
I have seen and heard. How is it like working with him? He's an amazing composer. And your favorite song of his, which one is it? Maybe you can sing it for us as well.
Okay. I met Rahman in the year 1991 or 92. Yeah. He came to Bombay and he called me. I mean, he said, I need to do this jingle. He composed a jingle. This was pre Roja. I mean, so I said, I met him, very shy person, talked very less, but I loved his sound. I said, Rahman, this is a different sound. What is it like? I could see a spark. I said, wow, this is something different. And we did the jingle. And then as we were parting, he said, I have this song. I'm doing this movie for Mani Ratnam, and it's called Roja. And I want you to sing this song for me. So I said, of course, because um, he had this spark, and then Mani Ratnam. Wow, sure, I'll come. So he said, will you come to Chennai to sing it? I said, of course. You tell me when. And then after a few months, he called me, and then I sang Tamira Tamira, which is Roja Janiman in Hindi. I had gone to sing the song, and so that was the start when I started with Rahman. And then I saw Roja film. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. You know, like for a singer, why you would ask.
Yeah,
So
I'm wondering why.
I saw the full movie. Wow, what a film! Suddenly I realized, where's my song?
Okay, okay.
So I said, whoa, where's my song? And when the titles come, the song comes.
Okay.
So I said, man, nobody's going to see, nobody's going to hear this. My God. I mean, like suddenly, a gulp, a lump in my throat. I said, oh God. And it became the biggest hit
History.
one of the biggest hit from the movie. I mean, all the songs, it was phenomenal. Roja was,
Phenomenal.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And then when the Hindi version came, I sang Roja, the title song also. And SPB sir also sang in both the versions. And that was a big break for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And your favorite song of his? I'm sure people are dying to hear that.
Uh, ठंडी ठंडी है हवा तेरा काम क्या यहाँ मीत नहीं पास में चांदनी तू लौट जा फूल क्यों खिले है वो जुल्फ नहीं वो यहाँ झुके झुके आसमां मेरी हसीना उड़ा प्यार के बिना मेरी जिंदगी उदास है कोई नहीं है मेरा फिर तेरी आस है कहाँ है तू कैसी है तू रोजा रोजा जाने मन तू दिल की धड़कन तुझ बिन तरसे नैना sing along with me आंखों में तू
तू
है
है
आंसुओं में तू है, आंखें बंद कर लूं तो मन में भी तू है। कहाँ है तू, कैसी है तू, रोजा।
Wow, awesome. So much nostalgia listening to these songs. Can't tell you. We grew up with these songs, right? Literally. So that that also, I think, comes brings us to a question. You were the pioneer of fusion music in India, right? Um, how did you get into liking that genre, and how different is it from contemporary in that sense?
It's amazing. I met both Rahman and Leslie Lewis through jingles. In the early 90s or late 80s and 90s, four, 5 years, I sang a lot of jingles, like, and singing jingles. Let me talk about this point. It is a great education experience for a singer, educative experience for a singer, because you sing jingles for 30 seconds or a minute, and in that, your diction has to be right, your emotion has to be right, your punctuation has to be right, the voice has to be bright, and you surely sell the product. So there's so much of content in that 1 minute. It's, oh, Kamala, it's a learning ground. And I think most of us try right from the 80s, end 80s, and right from me and me onward, like, we have all come through jingles. Everybody has sung jingles one time or the other. So anyway, I used to do a lot of jingles with Leslie, Colgate gel and banks, and not many, and so one day we were waiting for a script to come, and unfortunately it didn't come. It was supposed to come from Delhi, and we were getting bored. It's like half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours gone, and Leslie started playing his guitar, and I was sitting next to him. I said, after 5 minutes of strumming, I just started singing with him, and he changed styles, I also changed styles, and we followed each other. And after about a half an hour, when we ended, there was a small crowd around us. We didn't know there was, people had joined us, and they actually applauded and saying that, "What is this? Hey, what are you guys doing?" So Leslie and me laughed. I said, "Nothing. We were just sitting and singing. We don't know what it is." And that was the first time we jammed together, and that was the starting of Colonial, by chance, just out of the blue. And then we worked on the
1996, right? The Colonial
yeah.
Cousin album.
Like 92 was when Sashi Gopal of Magna Sound said, "Okay, let's go with this." And 94, we went to London and recorded the album, our first album. And 96, it got released. Yeah.
Your favorite songs of that album, sir? Maybe we'd like to hear a few
All
lines.
of them, actually.
Yeah, they're all awesome, right? But one song
You
that you
tell
like to
me
sing.
you love me, you tell me you want me to stay all night. Tell me, baby, 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 da 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 da, stay all night. If you really believe in me now, just wanted to tell me somehow. Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now. Oh, oh, oh. You tell me you love me, you tell me you want me to stay all night.
Amazing, amazing.
And
So
then you
there's an
had
interesting question. Sorry, you saying something?
Sunny da maga maga risa.
Wow,
Something
that's
about
a
the
that's
way you smile. I may never know the reason why. Sunny da maga maga risa. Oh Jana, निगाहों में है कैसा ये नशा, अदाओं में है जादू कैसा तौबा, न जाने कहीं जाना ये मौसम बेवफा. Sunny da maga risa. So really enjoyed the songs, and yeah.
yeah, amazing, amazing songs. Lovely memories, actually. There's an interesting question from Abantika Hazra, and she asks us, how do you always sound the same in recorded and live performances? What is the trick? Is it riyaz? Is it a gift from God? What is it, sir?
Secret.
Interesting question, though.
Yeah, it is. It is Riyas basically, and you have to sing as if you're talking, converse in music, converse in the notes. Don't throw it. Whichever the mic is, when you speak into a mic, it doesn't. The dynamics are correct. It doesn't kind of go overboard. You don't fill up, and there's no jarring noise in that. You don't go overboard. It doesn't peak. So when you talk like this, or so when you are going on the top notes also, you're compressing it like ta. This might be jarring. So these are techniques of singing. So wherever you sing, you sound the same.
I'm sure those are some useful tips that you're sharing with us. Thank you so much for that.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think that brings us to a very interesting section of our episode today, which is called Down the Memory Lane.
Okay.
So we have a few pictures of yours, sir, and we'll display them. And if you could relive those moments for us with our audiences, that would be great.
Sure.
So can we have the first picture, please? Wow, this one's epic.
Oh, where did you get this from?
That's a secret we won't let out.
You must have got it from some platform, digital platform.
Absolutely.
This is I'm singing my first concert ever, 83, with Asha Bhosle ji. And look at my legs, even a photograph is shaking. And I'm singing with her the song Aaja Aaja Main hu pyar tera Allah Allah inkar tera. Now this is the shot. Oh, Aaja 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 Aaja.
Wow. Amazing.
That is,
Which year did you say this was?
83.
Oh, wow.
82, 83. Yeah, 82.
Way back. Wow, amazing.
Yeah, way back.
Next one. Let's look at the next one.
Now.
Trying your hands at cooking, or is he trying to sing?
Sanjeev Kapoor is a close friend of mine and a brother to me. And one day he was not in a mood to cook. So I said, "Kya ho gaya, Sanjeev? Kya ho gaya?" So I cracked a few jokes and he started smiling. तो मैं बोला कि अगर मैं खाना बनाऊंगा तो दोस्ती बिगड़ जाएगी. एक काम करता हूँ, मैं गाना गाता हूँ. I'll keep you entertained and आप खाना बनाइएगा. So that's just before we went into the act of jamming, him with his cooking and me with my singing, and that's a pick.
Another fusion.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, please.
Oh, this is my God. This is from a green room in somewhere in the States. This was during Rahman's show. That's Sono, SPBG, that's me. We were with A.R. Rahman, and we were just chilling behind the stage, in the backstage. Yes, we had a great time touring together. Wonderful time. I mean, so many memories, and when you travel together in shows, especially, you get to know the person, everybody better. When you travel together and you have so many hours and so many days to hang out, and one of those memorable tours. Yes, absolutely.
I think let's wish SPBG a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. Please, yesterday also we prayed for 5 minutes in the evening throughout India. We did.
Absolutely.
So my request is, please pray for him that he gets the energy to bounce back and to be.
Absolutely. Our well wishes are always with him.
Absolutely.
Right. The next one, please. Wow, what an honor, right? What was going through in your mind, what were you thinking?
Me, I s- the president sir, he's from the same town where I come from, Trivandrum. So just before that, I told him I'm from Trivandrum, and he said okay, and then we were just talking, and but it was I had goosebumps when this was
Brilliant.
on, like yeah, I mean it's like uh, we live in India, but it's like something like uh, India has come to life, and it's honoring you,
Honor.
like
Absolute honor.
it's an amazing feeling. I don't how to explain it. I can't really put in words, but it was breathtaking, breathtaking. Yeah,
Absolutely. And one more, please.
yeah.
Wow.
Now that's me. This is Shiv Money. Okay, let me ask you, who is this? There's a little girl who's standing here.
I wouldn't guess to save my life. I won't be able to guess.
She is Mahalakshmi, the
Wow.
famous singer. Yes, yes, yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 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 yeah. This was at least about 15, 15 odd years or 12 odd years. Yes, 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 yes. And this was in Singapore. And
Okay.
this was my first show. Since then, I've been doing a show called Soul India, where I sing all genres of Indian music, right from Carnatic to Hindustani, folk, ghazals, thumris, film songs, colonial cousins. So it's like a kind of a meandering river flowing through India and showing all its culture. So that was, and it we opened Esplanade with this show. It was the first show for us. Yeah.
Amazing. Some beautiful memories there. And thank you, sir, for living those moments back again with us.
Okay.
I'd just like to take a moment to remind our viewers that there's a Q&A tab at the bottom of your screen. Do post in your questions and I will ask them to Hariharanji on your behalf. I think just talking about fusion, you've done fusion, you've sung songs in so many different languages. While you were growing up, who was your inspiration?
Well, my gurus, uh, I've learned Carnatic music from my mother. She's a singer. So right from the age of 5, 6, like जब से पैदा हुआ हूँ, वो सा रे गा मा प ध नी सा वो तो घर पे चलता ही था. So born into a family of musicians. My father was a vidwan, and so uh, music runs in the family basically. So she's my inspiration, and my first show, as a kid, where I sang half an hour of Carnatic music, was in a Ram Mandir in Matunga. So since then, I've been inspired by her. Then, of course, I used to hear a lot of Bollywood songs. Then Rafi Saab, Kishore Da, Manade, Lataji, Ashaji, Mukeshji. So I've learned a lot from listening to them and singing their songs. And I was in Don Bosco. I did my schooling from Bosco. So we had our ABBA, Beatles, and things like that. So being in Bombay, it's a melting pot, and I got to you know know these cultures and just sing. I mean, it was nothing big for us to sing an English song. We could sing an English song, or we could sing a film song, or a Carnatic Tyagaraja Kirtana or something like that. And so these were my inspirations when I grew up. All these singers, but I never learned music to become a professional singer. तभी तो career oriented तो मालूम ही नहीं ना मतलब the
Actually, you're right.
the moment you're born, people are saying I will do this, I'll do that, the son will do this, do that. करें कुछ था ही नहीं तभी. चलो
जो होगा देखा
SS,
जाएगा.
SSC करना है, then we'll go into college, like have happy go lucky. And the same way, learned music because I loved it. I was gifted to pick it up also, so it was easier for me to. And there was so much music in my house, and then wherever I went there was so much music. And it was then when I kind of crossed this Sur Singar thing and all that, and when people started taking me seriously. Yeah, kuch hai karke. So then I thought, okay, let me do something professionally about it. I mean, like uh, when I was in first year law, second year law, then I said, "Chalo, isme kuch karte hain." Then from 80s, 77 se, I became a professional. Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. So, if you allow me, I'm going to drift a little bit away from your forte, which is music, into performances, into acting. You did a few, I think,
Yeah,
few roles, right?
I did one film called Power of Woman, and it was called Power, and it kept changing the title. Uh, I was a lead role, me and Khushbu the actress.
Yeah.
So and it was a nice role, and so a lot of people ask me why didn't you go back to acting? After that, I got certain roles, and I did that also, even in Bollywood, but it didn't come through basically, and maybe I acted so well they got scared. So anyway, it is we all act, when we sing we act, when we emote we act, like
Absolutely.
through a media. So it's like singing, you're acting, like. And my younger son Karan, he's going to take, I mean, he's an actor, so hope he does well for
All the
himself
best to
and
him.
good for, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great. So I think it's the right time to listen to some non-Hindi and non-English song. And I am
Okay.
biased, so I can maybe request your Marathi song if that's okay with you, or any other song then that you wish.
Okay, just you have to help me. Just wait, because I'm getting the licorice. Okay.
Okay, got it.
जीवदंगला गुंगला रंगला सा विरमाची आस तू जीव लागला लाभला ध्यास येऊ तुझा गहिवरला श्वास तू सुख भरती लाल नभ धरती लाल पुनवचा चांद तू जीव रंगला दंगला रंगला सा विरमाची आस तू. Sorry.
Wow. Marathi pronunciations are so difficult. And you're getting it 100% right, and that's awesome. For me
No,
as a Maharashtrian, I don't get those
I
pronunciations
lived
that
I
easily.
lived in Hindu colony.
Oh, okay.
So
Dadar, right?
so
Yeah.
हाँ,
Cool. So all around Maharashtrians, you're right.
म्हणजे व्याकरण सगळं चुकीचं आहे, पण
And pronunciations
प्रोनाउन्सिएशन जो आहे,
ekdam
हाँ,
perfect.
correct.
Perfect. Yeah. Very nice. Nice to hear that. Also, I think talking about live performances, you've done so many stage shows. Any memorable moment that you think you can share with us out of those performances?
एक कॉमेडी मेरे साथ हुआ था. Really, yeah, it's amazing. It happened actually. In Malaysia, there were about 10 to 12,000 people. It was my show, primarily my show.
Okay.
And they are voracious Tamil listeners. They listen only to Singapore, Malaysia. They listen to only Tamil. वो बीच में एक हिंदी गाया तो ऐसा देख रहे थे, क्या हो गया उसको, ये क्या बोल रहा है,
कौन सा language?
क्या हो रहा है. So the first, I'm entering into the stage first thing. So I come from one of the what do you call it? A staircase, and then I come inside, slowly slip into the stage, and I say, "Anbe, anbe, kollade." So I'm walking. There's a small gate which is locked, and ding dang ding da ding da ding dang ding da ding da. So that is the music. So yeah, they played 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, and so people are getting down. They went on. Then I had to jump that gate. Okay, I jumped that gate and came on. I was panting already. I came on stage. Anbe. Luckily, they was clapping so hard, so they didn't listen to me. I said, okay, fine, karke. And this was not enough. I Anbe. So I did Anbe. Then I just went round. on one of my legs, poop, and then I heard tak karke ek sound. What sound? Tak. The nada of my pajama chudidar broke.
So
अभी मेरा हालत सुनो तुम क्या है.
I can't.
So suddenly the next sound was, the first line was Anbe, Anbe, Kolla.
I can't.
Luckily for me, there was a chair, and it was like a bar stool, and sat there. And I sang the whole song sitting, and I had to do a lot of steps. The dancers came in and went out. I couldn't just get up. So suddenly on the walk during the orchestra, the music section, I shouted out to my guy. I said, "Hey, so I'm coming off the stage. Keep a jeans ready. Keep a jeans ready." So he said, "Why you have to change after 5 songs?" I said, "Damn it, I have to come now." Then I ran, changed, and then I came back. Oh my God. And they thought it was a part of an act. Poor people. They loved me so much.
Absolutely. So all kinds of things. I'm sure there are many more episodes that you would want to share
Oh
with
yeah,
us.
but this is like, this was after that. My God, मैं तो एकदम
कान पकड़ लिए types.
कान पकड़ लिया.
Yeah, true that. I think you also created something called as the Urdu blues, right? Urdu blues is a genre I never knew. Sorry, before I even read this particular
Yeah,
thing. But
I
what? Yeah.
in 2000 I did an album called Kash. तो उसमें गाना है ये आईने से, अकेले में, ये आईने से अकेले में गुफ्तगू क्या है.
Wow.
So that's a song. So I always felt Urdu ghazals had a blue element in it. What is blues? Basically, singing your life,
Yeah.
your happiness, your sadness, your highs, your lows, your laughter, your sadness, your tears. You put into lyrics and you sing blues. And Urdu में गजल में वही कहते हैं जो आपके अंदर जो मतलब what is brewing inside you,
Emotion,
inside your
yeah.
heart, emotion. That's what you share. And also the blues scale, fitted lyrics. The subject is the same. So I did this. ये आईने से अकेले में गुफ्तगू क्या है, ये आईने से अकेले में गुफ्तगू क्या है, जो मैं नहीं हूँ तो फिर तेरे रूबरू क्या है, ये आईने से अकेले में गुफ्तगू क्या है.
Wow.
So that kind of this is called Urdu blues basically.
Who could have thought that these lyrics and this music can go so well together? I mean, I can't even imagine before you sung it. Lovely. Lovely.
You have a madman.
No. But I think time for some audience questions. There's one very interesting one. Now that even CDs are antique as media for albums, how do you think listeners will get a taste of a new album from the singers? Only online sites? Any specific site? This is a question from Abhijit Bhattacharya.
Yeah, I think you have to listen on sites.
Yeah.
Digital platform. Yeah. The sound, the analog is gone. Physical sales have become very less. And it's all in these kind of
absolutely AirPods.
Absolutely AirPods, and you listen to music. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Truly, even banking for that matter has changed, right? Everything. Who knew that we would not have walk-in customers? We would all move to digital channels for banking as well, right? So
I swear
music to sirf sunna padta hai. I mean, that can definitely happen online. So there's your answer, Abhijit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Another one, I think, just one moment. Yeah, this is from Abir Banerjee, and this is a longish one, so I'll read it carefully. How do you musically differentiate between your collaboration with Pandit Swapan Chaudhary and Ustad Zakir Hussain?
he's Swapan Chaudhary is. I mean, both are great masters of tabla. तबला नवाज हैं दोनों. तो उनके playing अलग है. दो दो अलग घराने से आते हैं, and they are of the same level, but their styles are different. Basically, that's what. तो उनके साथ गाने में भी फर्क होता है. Like for me to blend with Swapanji, or if I have to blend with Zakir Bhai. क्योंकि जुगलबंदी में क्या होता है ना कि it's not me or you, it is us. So basically you start out alone, but then after a few minutes, few moments, then you fuse in each other. Yeah, basically.
Amazing. Right. And I think also he wants to know about your experience working on stage with Pandit Birju Maharaj.
Birju Maharaj ji, I had the great opportunity, I mean, to sing for him, and he danced. I sang some thumris. That day was amazing. Hariji was there. I was singing thumris, and Birju Maharaj ji was doing bhav for it. It was some years back, and he danced for one song and all that. It was amazing. You know, I started singing and I started faltering. And I realized when I was seeing him, my attention was going towards his expressions. So I stopped looking at him. Then I could sing. Because he was so magnetic.
Awesome.
मैं देख रहा हूँ पंडित जी को, then I'm
forgetting
my lines. Yeah, I became an audience, which I can't. So I said, oh my God. So I just started focusing somewhere else.
You can just get lost with these expressions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's one interesting question which Danish Khan is asking. And is there an attempt by the music fraternity or by legends like you to find musicians at grassroots levels?
Yes, absolutely. And that is where it all starts. I mean, I have seen some fakirs and some people who are known to, I mean, they are nobody. I mean, nobody knows them. But kya gana bajana, baap re. And then I post it. Basically, I post some. And there are so many young talents. There, you know, reality shows has helped. A lot of young talents have. There are positive to reality show and negativity, but this is one of the positive. They've come out of darkness, like, you know, like that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
But only thing in reality shows, the kids and their parents, that's very important. Both should know that this is just a step. This is not the thing.
Yeah.
There's no stardom because of year, but it's a beautiful step to. हाँ, अगर ये समझ जाए ना, तो नहीं तो बहुत disappoint हो जाता है. That is a negative side.
Right. But I think there's so much talent within the country, and I think absolutely the work that you guys are doing is absolutely awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. And अभी क्या होता है ना कि a person in a village also singing, he looks, he can watch any artist he wants on YouTube or so they get a finesse of presentation.
Yes.
They need not be taught that. They understand. Because they're very intelligent. The next generation is amazing. I mean, sometimes I'm so happy. मतलब मेरा career हो गया. I don't have to compete with these kids. इतने अच्छे गाते हैं लोग. सच में कह रहा हूँ.
Yeah. And true that. I think their exposure levels are a different level.
Very high. Very high.
So I think we'll now come to a very interesting section of our episode, and that's called the rapid fire round. There are two sections of this within this. No, I'm not going to fire at you, but some questions. And then there will be some words. I will say those words, and any song that you associate with that word, you can sing for us. But the first one is a simple rapid fire, and it says, if not a singer, then who?
Lawyer.
Wow. Yeah, you were learning law. One way to keep your voice healthy?
Talk less.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, you are disclaimer now.
We are doing that, but basically, talk less and never shout. Talk
calm.
Calm. Just be, yeah. And one more thing. I mean, it'll help people. You have to keep make sure your voice is not dry. थोड़ा पानी पीजिएगा तभी. हाँ, yeah.
Good. A song that you listen on repeat mode.
हाँ, वो गाना है. ओ सजना बरखा बहार रस की पुहार लाई, अखियों में प्यार लाई हो सजना.
Wow, beautiful.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Me too.
I love the song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing, beautiful. So the strangest song request that you have received this far?
Strangest song request. हवा हवा है हवा, ऐसा कोई था. It was years back. It was a Pakistani singer. He became very popular with this Hawa Hawa.
The song was very popular, no doubt.
Yeah, and it was recorded in my studio in Beats करके एक studio था. So Hassan Jahangir, yes. Hassan Jahangir was there and he sang this song. And तो मेरे को अच्छा कभी-कभी क्या होता है, I'll tell you also. Not now. I'm talking of 70s and 80s. मैं गजल गाता रहूंगा मैं. रंजिशी सही और कुछ गा रहा हूं मैं. सर एक भजन गाइए ना आप. भजन गाइए ना आप. हाँ, तो मैं बोला भजन गाऊंगा मगर अभी क्या है, मतलब चल रहा है ना ये सिलसिला. भजन से शुरू कर सकते हैं. अभी ये एक अलग मोड़ पे जा रहा है. आशिकी मतलब इश्क के मोड़ पे जा रहा है. आप तो आप तो बंद नहीं आप तो बंद कर दिए हैं भजन गाना. बोला नहीं मैं बंद नहीं किया हूँ, मैं अभी भी गाता हूँ. मैं हनुमान चालीसा गाया हूँ मैं. तो आपको याद नहीं मैं कौन हूँ? बोला नहीं जी बिल्कुल नहीं. आप हरिओम शरण है ना? बोला नहीं जी वो बहुत बड़े सिंगर है, भजन सिंगर है, सम्राट है. मेरा नाम हरिहरन है. सो दिस यूज्ड टू हैपन कंटिन्यूअसली. पता नहीं 90s के बाद थोड़ा कम होने लगा. मुझे लगा कि अभी मेरा नाम हो रहा है.
you are I think we can have one episode with you where you can share all these funny incidents with us. It's just this one, but great. I think one last rapid fire in your order of preference, starting with ghazal, Bollywood, fusion or pop, in their order of preference.
Classical, ghazal, Bollywood, fusion, pop.
Wow. Great, you added the classical bit. Great. So moving on, I think the next one is a song association. So I'll say 5 words and any song that you can associate with them. The first one obviously starts with happiness.
चप्पा चप्पा चरका चले आनी पानी यारियां तेरी बोनी बोनी बेरियों तले.
It's a naughty song. Yeah, I think soulful.
तू ही रे तेरे बिना मैं कैसे जीऊं. आजा रे यूं ही तड़पाना तू मुझको.
Wow.
जान दे इन आँखों में बस जा.
Awesome. Nostalgic, whatever.
Nostalgia. अब ना जाओ छोड़ कर कि दिल अभी भरा नहीं. अभी तो आई हो बहार बन के छाई हो. हवा जरा महक तो ले, ये जी जरा बहल तो ले, ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा. And so it goes on.
Wow. We'll have to sing this after some time, I think, because we just won't get enough of you. Sadness.
अरे बहुत सैडनेस है.
सैडनेस
इतना है कि मुझे याद भी नहीं आ रहा क्या सैडनेस. वो है ना किशोर दा का एक गाना बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को. अमर प्रेम. चिंगारी कोई भड़के तो सावन उसे बुझा दे. सावन जो अग्न लगाए उसे कौन बुझाए.
Such a lovely
song. उसे कौन बुझाए.
Absolutely awesome. And the last but not the least, love. So many of them.
काश ऐसा कोई मंजर होता मेरे कांधे पे तेरा सर होता काश ऐसा कोई मंजर होता.
Such lovely lyrics, right? Awesome, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, I think it's time for us to take some audience questions now, and let's see what we have. So Nitesh Gupta asks you, we hardly see ghazal singers these days and really start missing greats like Jagjit Singh ji. What is your thought about it?
There are a lot of good ghazal singers. The only thing is there is no media for these ghazal singers. The radios don't play their ghazals. There is no channel playing their videos. So where would a ubarta hua kalakar, full of energy and singing beautifully, really well, where does he get to present himself?
Platform.
That is a problem. It is not about people who can sing or write or compose. There plentiful girls and boys. There are so many upcoming artists, and also there are so many good artists who have yet to see the popularity because there is no media. There is no stage for them. It's happening. I think basically uh, slowly. I think it's shifting towards non-filmy stuff, and because we can always coexist. Film is music is different, but what happens is because there's so much of money involved around it, economic viable, and it attracts a lot of uh, what do you call it, people. I mean, advertisements and things like that. So radio stations only play that, TV channels only play that, and art. There's solid art, absolutely, and it is booming. With art is really booming, and I'm so sad people are not able to get the taste of it.
Absolutely. True that. Uh, One more question I will take from Kaushik Panatula. He says, your favorite musical instrument, sir? And apart from singing, do you enjoy your leisure time playing any musical instrument?
The only instrument I play is harmonium when I accompany myself when I'm singing ghazals. I love instruments. I love the piano. I in the Western piano and guitar. I love uh, but I can't play. I must say that. And I love the sitar. Sitar, बहुत खूबसूरत instrument है. And
Lovely.
I love to listen to them. Yes.
Yeah, maybe I think there's one more question, and it's an interesting one, so I'm going to ask it to you.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Brijesh KP is asking you, Hariharan ji, can you share your experience with the maestro, Ilaiyaraaja?
Wow.
Wow, I couldn't miss that question. I had to
Wow.
ask it.
Yeah, he's huge. He's humongous. Um, he talks very less, and he talks and he commands respect. I mean, the kind of work which he has done in his life is only he can do it. I mean, he's already 1,200 films he has done, so many songs, thousands of songs, and the background scores, and the creativeness is just he's no words. I mean, he's a genius. Just that defines the word genius, Ilaiyaraaja, basically. And I've sung a lot of songs for him, and he's been very nice, and he's given me a lot of love, and he's given me a lot of good songs, and he's always like one thing in me that I even practice. I practice today also, and in between I had done something called a chilla, where you go for 40 days, you keep practicing. So he was very happy to hear that I was doing that, and because he loves an artist when about your art. That's it. That is the most important thing for him, and we got this connection because I could manage to give what he wanted in his songs, and then I shared a lot of my, and he's a big fan of my Guruji, Ustad Gulam Swakhan Sahab. Uh, he My Guruji sang for him in Dasera at his house, very private. And Raja Sahib was, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said, Hari, uh, no wonder you sing like this. And you're the most luckiest man to have such a guru. I said, yes, sir, I am. I'm very lucky to have a guru like Ustadji. So
Lovely.
wonderful. I mean,
Nostalgia, right? Total. I mean, listening to you talk itself, I am going back into that nostalgia. I'm sure for you it must be a different
like, I
experience
mean,
also.
he would come with a very intricate composition. Like, நீட்டாத ஒரு வீணையனை மீட்டும் நேரம் ஒரு தார தரரார தரரரு தார. It just weave around
Lovely.
the rhythm, like, and he'll say,
Absolutely.
okay, let's take. I said, sir, give me time. What? No,
Lovely.
no. I said, give me time. Let me be sure of what. I mean, he's so fast. He just wants it to happen. Like I said, please give me
Absolutely.
time. Let me learn it. This is this is like a. It will take me time, and he's to laugh. He's to, okay, go.
But great. I'm sure there's a great memories for you. So I think we are pretty much coming to the end of our hour. But I think one thing which I want to associate with you and HSBC is the concept of beyond boundaries. So in 2020, India, for HSBC India, the new direction is the new India, which is going beyond boundaries, India beyond boundaries, which is truly, leaving behind the stereotypes and taking that leap, taking that a leap of faith into the future. Any song that you associate with that particular theme as such?
भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है.
Lovely.
है?
I think बनता है वो गाना.
गाना बनता है ना. भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे न्यारा गुलिस्तां हमारा है. भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा गुलिस्तां हमारा है. सदियों से भारत भूमि दुनिया की शान है, भारत माँ की रक्षा में जीवन कुर्बान है. भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है. सब ही तो भाई भाई प्यार से रहेंगे हम, सब ही तो भाई भाई प्यार से रहेंगे हम, हिंदुस्तान नाम हमारा है. जय हिंद.
Absolutely brilliant. Such a melodious song and such a lovely song. I mean, very soulful, in fact. Right. I think as I said, this is probably the last song. But anything that you want to specifically share with our viewers, some last parting message for them, somebody who wants to become a singer, maybe some message for them, anything that you would like to share with us?
Well, if you have to be a singer, learn your art. Do listen, do learn music is very important. You have to be a singer and a musician because you can compose, you can jam. To jam in music, you have to learn, you to know music. Like you can sing a song for 5 minutes, you can say turn over that song for 20 minutes. So what do you do in the 15 minutes? You need knowledge for that. So that's very important. You have to know it. So learn music, give yourself time, be a good student to become a good singer and a professional. You have to be a very good student. Take your time. Do take your time. And for everybody, I love all of you. We are in dark times, scary times. The secret is to survive this phase. Just survive this. Hold on to your faith. Pray. Love each other. Hold on to each other. and we will see
All will be well.
the dawn again. Yes, all will be well. Yes, absolutely.
Lovely. Thanks. On that very, very positive note, thank you so much. We've learned so much about you today. And for me, as I said, personal honor to talk to you. Thank you very much for being with
Thank
us
you.
on the show. Audiences, thank you very much for joining in. Stay tuned for the next episode of Starstruck next Friday at 5 p.m. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.